Hey guys, Nyx here. Today I'll just be going over some of the basic things in horse life to help you guys start out, hopefully. Because I know a lot of it is confusing. So, one of the first things I'll show you guys is how to get food. And there's a lot of food nodes near spawn. Anything that highlights like that will give you food. The apple basket slash barrels give apples. You can get either red apples or green apples. These give a variety of things. This little hay bale thing next to me, you can get cubed food from it, you can get carrots, and a bunch of other things. There's also chests and berry bushes. I'm calling them berry bushes because they have little berries on them, but they give a variety of things like flowers and such as well. And then there's also chests. These can give upward of 50 tokens, if I recall correctly. So these are always nice to break as well, so just to get like a little extra income. And for those confused on how to find and catch horses, so coming from spawn, so from back there all the way over here, you can find horses out in the wild. I think I see one that I want to get over here. So there's two ways to catch horses. You can use food, and to crouch on PC, you can press C and just sneak up like this, and then you could just feed them like this. And then boom, you got a horse. Where did my horses go? They have left me. They ran all the way over there. And then another way to catch horses is just going up with a lasso and hitting them like this. But this does startle them and you do have to chase them. So that's the downside of using lassos. And if you miss, you lose a heart. There's also breeding. I'm just gonna sell this horse real quick. There's also breeding though, and breeding's another nice way to get more horses. And there's also the predict feature, which lets you predict the children that they may be able to produce. I'm not even going to question how I can get a green horse from that. The feature is really nice, and I like to use it a lot of the time just to see like what I'm getting myself into. Which leads me on to the next thing with food. Food can make gestation periods go by a lot quicker when you feed the food to the horses. And each food does a different amount. Like, I know my personal favorite to use for skipping the gestation period is apples, but that's because you can just find so many apples around. They are quite literally everywhere around the map. There, here, there's some over in this area. Apples are just everywhere. To skip the gestation period, what you would do is you would walk up to it and just click feed, and it'll skip the minute. Now, personally, my favorite lassos to use, specifically just to like grind up tokens, are the string lassos because they claim 2 hearts each on the lasso, and they only cost 100 tokens. And typically, you make back more than what you spend on it. Okay, sorry about the large jump cut. It stopped recording for whatever reason, which isn't very cash money of it. Anywho, I'm going to quickly show you guys what I mean by this is one of the better lassos that I prefer to use. I need to find a horse first to catch, but I'm quickly just gonna catch this horse real quick and then show you guys what I mean. And then typically I just sell it if I don't want to keep it. But you spend 100 and you gain anywhere from 16 coins to 24 coins back from my experience. I'll even go after a couple other horses just to like double check. Yep, see 124, 124, and 124. I'm gonna keep this one. But I've already pretty much made back what I've spent. That's not to say that you can't use the little torn lassos, because they're pretty good as well, but their range is not that good in my opinion. Because even this little bit just makes a big difference, and the extra heart gain as well is really nice too. I'm gonna show you guys relatively where gargoyles can spawn, and then I'll move on to where unicorns can spawn as well. And before you try to like catch a unicorn with like a basic lasso or like a string lasso, woven lasso, or a torn lasso, it's easier to tame them with food because the lassos required to obtain unicorns and gargoyles are expensive. Very expensive. And small like little heads up, if I sound exhausted, it's because I'm currently recording this at like 3 in the morning. And I'm probably gonna work on it and post it closer to like 5 in the morning. But I'm gonna go open the shop and I'm gonna show you the specific lassos for unicorns. So there's the weak magic lasso, which is for unicorns. It's the weaker lasso. And then there's the magical lasso, which is the stronger lasso. For gargoyles, the weaker lasso is the stone lasso, which is 6,000 tokens, and the overgrown lasso, which is 7.5 thousand tokens. I'm grabbing extra food just in case I happen across a random gargoyle while I'm filming this, because it would be nice to get a gargoyle. And then to equip food into your slot, you would just boop right there. For gargoyles, I've seen a gargoyle spawn over here. I don't know if this is a guaranteed spot for a gargoyle though. Would you look at that? It is. I'm not gonna take it from that person though. But case endpoint, this is one of the spawns for a gargoyle over here. So that was actually a nice confirmation that I got. So I wasn't entirely sure that one spawned over there. I thought it was just chance. And then I'm gonna show you guys where I got my first few unicorns at. You can get a unicorn over here, by the way. It's possible to get one over here. And typically, if you wander across and you see a bunch of people camping in one spot, that usually means either a gargoyle or a unicorn spawns there. So even if I miss a spot in this video, because I'm just gonna try to go over the basic ones that I know off the top of my head, just as like a big like reminder, if there's a lot of people, it's either a unicorn or a gargoyle. Is that a gargoyle up there? Hold on. Oh, it's not wild. Okay. I thought it was a wild one. But even if it isn't wild, you can see that there's people over here waiting for a gargoyle to spawn. And then unicorns can spawn on that ledge over there that I'm getting ready to run to. It's like up here. They can spawn up here. And then they can spawn along the coast. I believe I see a person over there waiting for a unicorn. Yeah, they're waiting for a unicorn over there. So this is some of the locations. And then over here, gargoyles can spawn over in this area as well. So like if you see these archways, they can spawn over here. Typically, I've seen them spawn in this area. I think they might share a spawn with these horses over here. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of competition over for unicorns because there is somebody waiting over there for one. And then gargoyles can also spawn in this area. I've seen one spawn over here before. I don't know if it was chased down from up here, but I've seen one come behind here and get stuck behind one of the bushes that used to be here before they remodeled this area. And then unicorns can also spawn on this beach over here. Upgrading your inventory. Okay, so to upgrade your inventory, to equip more horses or to like get more space, you would hit these purple plus signs. I'm gonna upgrade the stables real quick. And now I can have 15 horses in my inventory. And you can just keep doing that and it'll go up in increments. But for the equipped horses, you have to do specific tames. And then pay 500 tokens for at least the first one. And then past that, I believe the goals go on. I haven't gotten the first upgrade on my main account yet, but this is how to upgrade your inventory and such. So I know this is not a very high quality video, but I hope it at least helps some of you guys out with starting in horse life. Because I can't lie, it's kind of complicated without a little tutorial. And another small thing, you see these jumps around the map, they can sometimes give you experience. And I say sometimes because I don't usually get experience from them all the time, but the stone walls give 20 experience each. I want to actually get this horse real quick, it's pretty. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. Oh, and just, I will also answer any questions about the game in the comments, just as like another heads up. Because I know this is probably like sounding and looking like a really rushed video. It's not. I'm just tired and I don't exactly feel the best at the moment. And it's currently like 3 in the morning for me. So, I will see everybody later. I might stream later today, I'm not sure. If I do, it'll probably be a little bit later, like maybe around 12 p.m. EST. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll schedule it. If not, I won't schedule it. But I will see everybody later. I'm gonna stop rambling now. Bye, guys!